At this time, I'd like to invite Carol Luskiewicz to come forward and spend just a moment with us. Carol is one of our Stephen ministers. In fact, Nikki, who just led us in prayer, is one of our Stephen ministers, and we'll be using them all through the worship services today at this service and in the one to come. Good morning, Carol. How are you?
I'm fabulous.
Good. It's good to see you this morning. Well, Carol, this is a chance for us to get to know you a little bit and maybe get to know a little bit about your Stephen ministry experience. But tell us a little about who is Carol Luskiewicz? Where were you born and how in the world did you end up here?
Okay, I was born a long time ago in Rochester, New York, and I came here in 1978 following my then husband for a job.
Okay. So, and what do? Do you have a career?
I'm a real estate agent.
Okay, great.
So if you know anybody buying, selling, or building, let me know.
Oh, there we go. It's an advertisement. You know, you got the floor, you know. So, Carol, tell us a little bit. Stephen ministry, I think, we talk about it from time to time here. I'm not always sure that people understand exactly what it is. You were a person who received from the Stephen ministry at some point in your life. Share a little bit about that experience.
When I was going through my divorce, it was very difficult, and Delma Mindell very graciously offered the services of Stephen Ministry. I needed it. It was somebody who would listen to me, who would empathize, who didn't judge, and would also let me repeat myself over and over and over again about what I was going through, because I needed to do that. So
yeah. So the outcome of the hearing and the repeating and the hearing and the hearing, and what did that mean for you? What did that do for you?
It just kind of let me validate my feelings that I wasn't going crazy, that I wasn't wrong, that I wasn't. It was somebody to listen to me and hear me and try to understand. And like I said, it was just fulfilling, I guess, is the best way I can put it.
You know, often the way I think about it is sometimes Stephen ministers come alongside people for a season in their life.
Yes.
Yeah. And often those seasons are seasons of change, right?
Yes.
And when change happens, lots of times loss.
Yes.
It's a season of loss.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, that was a good experience, and then you're kind of on your merry way, and then lo and behold, now you're on the other side of the coin. Tell us a little bit about that.
I am now on the other side of it because Stephen Ministry helped me so much that I wanted to pay it forward, that I wanted to be able to be that person to sit and listen to somebody, hold their hand, let them repeat themselves and whatever it is they're going through, and just be there for them.
Yeah. So you're a Stephen minister. Now this is not like psychotherapy or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
No. It's just a friend to sit and listen.
Yeah.
To be there when sometimes your friends and family may have listened already and aren't as willing, maybe. Well,
yeah, and actually this whole thing about listening and caring, it's not, we just think that everybody sort of has that built in, but I mean, there's a whole skill set around being a Stephen minister that kind of takes it out of the realm of just meeting your friend at Starbucks. You want to say something about that?
Oh, okay. It's being able to be there and listen to the person, hear them, not offer advice, not try to fix it, not try to chastise the people that are causing the issue, not try to, I guess just not try to fix it, but to just listen, to be there, hold their hand, walk through it with them.
Yeah, and and a lot of that, I mean, because a lot of us, I think, reflexively, when we hear people, we their problem becomes our problem. Or sometimes if they're talking about something that's very difficult for us, we try to move the agenda to something else. Sometimes we're thinking already what we're going to say before they finish what they say. Sometimes we kind of don't know how to be God or fit God into this. And all of those are things that you develop in your training.
Yes.
Yeah. What is training for Stephen Ministry?
Oh, training is 20-something weeks, Delma, am I right?
But that's once a week. That's not 20
it's
days a week.
It's once a week for, a period of time. It teaches you how to listen, how to be there, how to ask questions that will help the person go through the process themselves without telling them what they should do, and how they should do it.
Yeah. And I think the other great thing about Stephen Ministry training, which I think for everybody who kind of has a heart and would consider this, would just be that it develops your own spirituality in a way that probably most people haven't thought about it before.
Yeah, it makes you, you really do see God in everybody and everything, and you start to understand that life is hard.
Right.
For everybody.
So if somebody thinks, well, I don't know about this, I might have the skills for this, or I might feel called to it, or I'd like to know more about it. How would anybody here connect with Stephen Ministry to become a Stephen Ministry?
You can talk to anybody who's got a Stephen Ministry name tag on, or you can call Delma Mandel or Diane Studebaker or any of the other Stephen ministers. There's also a pizza dinner tomorrow evening at Amore, 6 o'clock, is that correct? 6:30.
Okay. Pizza 6:30 at Amore if you just want to come by and know more about it.
And just, to learn about it. Or you can talk to any of us as well.
Yeah. So I guess finally I just want to say, Carol, this is the 9:30 crowd. If you want to see Carol, you have to come at 10:45 and look up in the choir loft, because that's where her perch is typically on Sunday morning. Carol, thank you for sharing. Thank you for receiving, and thank you for giving. And that is the Christian life. So thank you so much. Friends, Carol Luskiewicz.